Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our final student speaker of the night. We have one more video after this. Mr. Michael Bernard Gaulden.
I gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky. Gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. I stand here before you as a man who had his heart carved out. I stand here before you as a man who witnessed his soul snatched, murdered, and buried before his eyes. I stand here before you as a man who, since a child, has had to carry the burdens of the world on my back. And under all that torture, I stand here before you as a man who almost cracked. Homelessness pursued me like an angry beast. I was prey. I was hunted down and nailed to my circumstances. Every day, homelessness would come and slowly tear out my hope and consume it in front of my eyes. As a child, I would sit and dream and pray for something, someone to come and rescue me and my family from our circumstances. And as a child, I stopped believing in happily ever afters and fairy tales because mine never came true. To me, homelessness was a beast, but to others, it was I who was an animal. They saw my dirty clothes. They saw the survival instinct embedded into my eyes. They heard my mighty roar as my stomach screamed out of hunger. Born into the sewages of society, there seemed to be no hope for me. I was never really a troubled youth, but I was always forced into bad situations. I remember one homeless summer, I had to meet with my mother so we could find a place to park our car and sleep that night. And as I was getting on the trolley, I remember feeling beat. I was in terrible grief. After years of wavering hope, I realized that kids like me just don't make it into college. They don't finish high school. All my hard work, all my efforts, all my perseverance, is for nothing. What's the point anymore? No matter how much I tried, I failed even further. No matter how much I prayed, no matter how much I cried, no matter how much I screamed, no matter how much I studied, at the end of the day, every single day, I was still homeless. I was still hungry. And I was still heartbroken. As I looked up and observed my surroundings, I saw 5 men glaring at me like a pack of hungry wolves. And I, the black sheep of the world, had just fell victim to their vicious claws. I remember waking up as I was being dragged off the trolley, soaked in the red of my own blood. With multiple fractures in my face as wide as the Grand Canyon and gas bubbles under my eyes restrained my vision. I couldn't see. I didn't know who I was. This homeless sheep had fallen. This homeless sheep had died. I had finally fallen into the fiery snare the world had laid out against me. My world went up in flames and came down in ashes. But like the blazing phoenix, I rose again. However, no longer a sheep, but as a mighty lion. A lion who refused to be contained by the world or condemned by homelessness. I was supposed to be selling drugs. I was supposed to be gangbanging. I was supposed to grow up in and out of prison. And at 18 years old, I was supposed to be long and dead in the grave by now. However, I'm not dead. And as you can see, I'm full of life. I am a high school graduate. I am a leader. I am not a failure. I have not used the horrors of my past as an excuse for me to run and hide from my circumstances. And I will wear a radiant smile as I attend UCLA this fall. I have broken the sinful chains that have strained my family throughout the generations. I will create a new legacy. I will blaze a new trail and set forth new footsteps for my future children to follow. The world thought it would silence me, but the world will hear me roar. It will hear reality changers' mighty roar. For our ambitious cry shall shake the heavens. We are lions, and we are hungry for success. Every obstacle in our way shall tremble and fall before our feet. We will tear down any and everything trying to hinder us from greatness. We will tear it down to its foundations. We will shake its very core. We will not be stopped. Reality Changers is the lion's den, and it will not stop until every inner city youth realizes that they are not weak sheep at the bottom of life's food chain, but the kings and queens of this inner city jungle. You know, almost a year ago, I didn't have nowhere to live. But thanks to Chris and Reality Changers, I will probably be living in the dorms of UCLA. You see, before Reality Changers, the world viewed me as just a homeless teen whose voice didn't matter, whose opinion didn't count. And through Reality Changers, I will now be seen as the newest addition to the great Bruin dynasty. Reality Changers' potential is limitless, and it shall not be limited by society's negative perception of inner city students. Our influence will be great. Our success will be great. And every Reality Changer student right here tonight and graduates will be and are currently great. I look forward and embrace the future with open arms because as Reality Changers, we are taught to learn from our past, work hard in the present, and we will indefinitely have a brighter future. A future where we can all look back and smile and say, change at last, change at last. Thank God Almighty, our realities have been changed at last.
The name is Michael Bernard Gaulden, everybody. You heard him here first.